Alright, Blue-Black Mill. It's been a hot second since we've played Mill. Hey, Helm Ken, thanks for the half a year. Looking forward to Historic. I am too. Really looking forward to non-rotating format on Arena. At the very latest, we'll be playing it come November when we get a best of 3 queue. Hopefully, we get at least direct our best of 3 in direct challenge mode, and then we'll be able to play Historic a lot sooner than that. At any rate, Blue-Black Mill in Modern. It's a deck we played a little bit of in the past. Notably, one thing to point out is that Blue-Black Mill as just a pure racing archetype tends to not be fast enough in Modern. So you're going to see a smattering of interactive elements here to try and lock our opponent out or slow them down a little bit. The one kind of potential upgrade we've gotten in the latest set is we have Scheming Symmetry here. Choose 2 target players, each of them search the library for a card, shuffle it, and then put that card on top. So we can break the symmetry of Scheming Symmetry by milling our opponent after they search their library for their ideal card to put on top. So that seems neat. So let's go ahead and dive on into a Modern League here with this one and see how it goes. Can you play Elder Deep Fiend? I don't think Elder Deep Fiend solves any problems that the archetype has. Yeah, Scheming Symmetry does also trigger the trap text and archive trap here of the opponent searching their deck. So that's sweet. You did miss Team Twiddle, Johnny Sia. Just wrapped up with that one. Let's update our frame color here, shall we? Pretty easy mulligan here. 1 lander and it doesn't make any colors of mana. Yeah, this hand's great. What issues does this deck have? In my experience, this deck tends to both fail the linear enough and interactive enough check marks to be super competitive. It definitely has random draws that are very good, but I think from a consistency perspective, it tends to be either a little bit slow or not interactive enough on average. Yeah, I mean, this hand's pretty good. We get to cast Vampiric Tutor and then mill half their deck, so it's like a pretty good start. Yeah, Sleight of Hand does tend to indicate some kind of Storm deck. We don't really have anything useful to go get here with Scheming Symmetry, though, huh? I guess Surgical Extraction's probably good. Yeah, let's get Surgical Extraction, actually. Because if we flip a Grape Shot over, we can Surgical it away. Opponent wasn't prepared to get to Vampiric Tutor. Definitely Storm. Yeah, Symmetry plus Archive Trap is kind of gas. So let's take a picture because it lasts longer. Looks like they're literally... Yeah, it looks like post board, I expect they'll have other win conditions, but it looks like their win con from here is literally attacking with Baral and Goblin Electromancer, which is great. No, there's no empty or anything like that in their main deck, which that's pretty normal. That's why I got Surgical to take their Grape Shot. Because generally speaking, like, somewhere between 2 and 3 copies of Grape Shot are the only win conditions in the opponent's archetype's main deck. So if I draw a... That's another orb. As I say, if I draw a blue source, do I just like mission briefing surgical their Barals? So they have like just Electromancer. Because they have 2 Barals and a... Mission briefing does work with the alt cast on Archive Trap. That is how Magic works. All right, so I think we're now in they can't win territory, because the number of cards they have to mill to attack us is more than the number of attacks that they're going to get. So if I surgical their Electromancers to the attacks for 2, that puts me to 12. So Baral would have to attack me 12 times. And every time Baral attacks, it would mill them 3. Yeah, so they just have 2 copies of Baral at this point. And I'm milling down to 30 cards. And I also left, I'm not going to draw the Archive Trap because that's going to mill. That's fine. So like now we literally just play, yeah, there's a hotkey for yielded perpetual. Yeah, we're basically just auto-passing at this point. Is Symmetry plus Trap the most busted interaction in Modern? Not by a long shot. What if we just draw another Surgical and we take the Barals away? What if we just do that? How does that make you feel, opponent? It makes me feel things. What does it make you feel? Let's talk about our feelings. All right, we're just gonna keep passing now. It's garbage time. You don't have to go home, but you can't play here. Do 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 do. Sorry, I forgot to post a screenshot of the deck in the Discord, so I'm just doing that. And, like, I'm up on clock on my opponent, too, here, so, like, you know, let the lack of game actions begin. Don't mind me, just auto-passing. Look at that. 10 turn modern game? That's wild. How does it win against Leyline of Sanctity? Well, we have Echoing Truth, Wipe Away, Venser in the sideboard. A variety of ways to take it off the table. Listen, my opponent paid their $10. Paid their $10 to play this league match, and they're going to get their value out of it. If you haven't watched this YouTube video I just linked in chat, now's a great time to pull it up. This was non-interactive. What are you talking about? The reason why my opponent can't win this game is because I interacted with them on 3 separate occasions. I milled them a bunch, and then I surgically extracted things out of their graveyard. Sometimes I wonder what people think interactive means. So, like, I agree that this game wasn't particularly interesting. Like, my opponent just got dumpstered. But to say that this game wasn't interactive is a fundamental... It's just wrong. That's not the definition. By the definition of interactive, this game was incredibly interactive. So if you were like, Jeff, this game kind of sucked, I'd be like, yeah, it did kind of suck. I'd agree with that. That's right. I agree. I assumed that's what you meant. But words have meanings, so it's important to talk about. Oh, actually, Plague Engineer beats Goblins, huh? I'm boarding in a bunch of cards that beat Goblins because I want to surgical their what's it called again? Yeah, Spellbomb's probably fine. A lot of these decks have Aria Flame post board now too, though, which is kind of scary. So, Yixlid Jailer does not beat Past in Flames. The way layers or whatever it's called works. So if I have Yixlid Jailer in play and they cast Past in Flames, their stuff has flashback. Five ways to clear goblins is probably a lot. I'm just gonna trim around the edges here. Oh wait, there's 61 cards in this deck. All right, I guess we'll put one back in. Oh, yeah, I guess Set Adrift technically answers Aria, huh? It throws it up on top, and then we mill it. Yeah, I should have Set Adrift in my deck still. It's a good suggestion. I've already clicked submit now, so if we get a game 3, we'll bring Set Adrift back in. So what you have to understand is Magic is like an onion. It has layers. I cut the 61st card from this deck, but it must not have saved when I closed Magic Online, and I didn't notice. In fact, does the Stream Decker version have 61 in it? It does not. So the Stream Decker has one extra. The deck we're playing has one extra card from the Stream Decker, because Magic Online's a quality piece of software that frequently doesn't save your changes when you save and exit. So the Yixlid Jailer Past in Flames thing has to do with layers. And the reason that it works is a really long explanation, and I'd encourage you to familiarize yourself with layers if you want to understand it. It gives us an edge in the mirror. Yeah, exactly. See, you get it. It is a timestamp thing, JW. But the way timestamps work are because of how layers work. Alright, so we're probably dead to this. Definitely should have left in the what's it called? The Set Adrift. Although it wouldn't really help us at this point. Just gonna go ahead and negate this. Just like stop them from taking more game actions this turn. Down to 25. So we'd really like a Scheming Symmetry or a Field of Ruin here. So the reason this is why we play one Oboro over an extra island, because it can bounce itself to re-trigger the crab. That's not true, Burgle. They just took a turn and I didn't die. Take your fake news and get out of here. Nobody believes you. It's incredibly rude opponent. All right, 18 cards. Graveyard has 20 or more in it. We draw 3. They're down to 33 cards in their deck. How many spells does skill in? 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. They need to cast 4 spells here. Alright, I think we're about to die, chat. So if the rest of their hand is spells, we're dead. Yeah, we're exactly dead to 2 more spells here. Oh, super de-duper dead. The superiest, de-duperiest of deads. Death becomes us. Yeah, something like that. Alright, wipe away, Set Adrift, Venser. Echoing Truth is good. Actually, is Mesmeric Orb very good here? Mesmeric Orb probably isn't very good here, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna cut Orb, actually. So, Plague Engineer kills goblins if they... Now, I think Archive Trap's great. We have 5 ways to enable it, and they potentially have gifts. We did not see an empty, but I think hedging it is fine. Nah, I mean, if we can activate one, we can activate multiples. I think Archive Trap's our best chance to race the opponent's deck, so I don't want to, like, cut cards that allow me to race them. Surgical does not enable Archive Trap. Yep, Venser back here. Got goblins, Paula. Empty the Warren goblins. So not killing Electromancer, killing Empty the Warrens. Oh, yikes. Yikes. Well. That. Whoopsie poopsie. That's fine. They probably had Spell Pierce anyways. Remand. Rude. Get in there, little Krabby Patty. I believe in you. So if we miss a land drop next turn, we can run the Oboro Hedron Crab. Surgical Electromancer, nope. The surgical attractions are there for their win conditions. Goblin Electromancer is an enabler, it is not a win condition. And they did just unban Fast Bond in Vintage, so it sounds like you got yourself a new Vintage deck, Spike. You should get on that. Alright, we flipped Aria and Grape Shot here. So, because I have this wipe away, I'm going to hang tight for now, because if they play an Aria Flame, we get to gain 10, and then I can wipe it away and surgical them out. You can sell them a set of kidneys. Gosh, how much does the whole play set of kidneys go for these days? The play set of kidneys forward to asking the real questions. Yeah, if they start doing stuff, we can surgical the grape shot before they make it lethal. And that's pretty clutch. Burrell made their spell pierce cheaper. Get that sweet, sweet discount. Hey, Rackway Warrior, thank you for the 11 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Are we playing Mill this fine morning? We are not. This is in fact not a Mill deck. Blue black aggro. Yeah, have you seen? If you watch back in the tape, you'll see this Hedron Crab attack a few times. Definitely an aggro deck. Ask silly questions, get silly answers. Yeah, whenever people say mill means mill's a burn deck where your opponent starts at 60, I can't help but think those people don't get it. Because, like, if you want to compare mill to burn, they're kind of starting at, like, 49, right? Because, like, they're starting with 7 and they're drawing 3 to 4 cards, right? How much were the blue light glasses? I don't know offhand. They were a sponsored product. And their sponsorship ended, and I don't remember all their metrics. Yeah, it's like they lose one every turn, right? Like they're starting at 53 and they lose 1 per turn. Hedron Crab is Sulfuric Vortex, something like that. There is an Empty the Warrens in their deck. One just went into their graveyard. Oh, Magic Online matches. You such a slog. Why are you such a slog? What are they paying for blue and 2? There's no way they're about to cast Gift Sun Given. What, they're casting Gift Sun Given? Really? Resolves? I'm scared, but I'm also not scared. I'm a little bit scared. I'm a little bit fearful. They've activated our trap card But at the same time, all right, so I'm gonna ditch Past in Flames, and I'm gonna ditch Empty the Warrens here. Like, you can have the Manamorphose, because if they cast Manamorphose, we Archive Trap them and they lose the game. Oh, I'm supposed to surgical them in response to that. Okay, wait, look, they messed up. All right, let's trap them. Oh, I gave them Negate. Oh, I wasn't supposed to give them Negate, was I? Oh, no. Oh, I punted. I shouldn't have given them the Negate. I should have given them the Empty. Because the Empty... I should have given them the Empty because the Empty doesn't matter, right? Because we were going to deck them this turn. It doesn't matter if they have 4 lands in their hand because they get to Grape Shot us here. They have a Past in Flames in their bin. Boral's a May. Yeah, I messed that up. All right, so if I don't give them the negate, and they don't have a negate in their hand, we could have won that. Nah, they're not going to try and draw. They don't have any reason to. So if I let the gifts resolve different, we probably win. Whatever. It's whatever. They could have had cards in their hand too to make that not the case, but... Why? Springsburg, why is it worth considering? Instead of me telling you you're wrong, tell me why you're right. Form a cohesive, logical argument. This is why you think I should do it, with the information that I had at the time. Like, what's the indicator that my opponent's gonna go for it next turn? They'd already had a turn with the Boral. We just played an incredibly slow match against Storm that ended up with me picking a gifts pile wrong. This is the start of match 2. So, just as a general statement, saying it's the right play because it would have won the game there based on information that you didn't have at the time, that's never an acceptable response. So if you look back on all of your decisions with hindsight information, you're never going to be able to become a better Magic player because you can't, unless you can see into the future, in which case if you're wasting that power on the children's card game, more power to you. But you have to look at situations through the lens of, this is what I knew at the time when I was making that decision. So when you want to approach me or suggest a different line, you need to come at it through that lens. You need to be like, Jeff, this is the information that we have, and it indicates that this could likely happen, so that's why it's reasonable to play around it. That's how you want to think about things inside of the moment that you're in, not by looking back at it and going, well, I know this extra thing now, and that extra thing, knowing that they have that means, or knowing that they're going to do this, means that this is now the better line. You can't make decisions with hindsight information. It's just not how Magic works. It's not how life works. You can only make good decisions with the information that you have at the time. It's funny, someone had commented earlier, why don't people ever rope on Magic Online? This match started, my opponent's now been sitting here for 2 minutes. People rope, they just don't get punished for it like they do on Arena. And Magic Online's just so slow in general, it's harder to notice when people are taking forever if you're not paying super close attention. And cards that are restricted tend to create undesirable gameplay patterns, at least speaking from someone who's played some Vintage, because restricted lists create higher variance games, and Magic's a game that already has a lot of variance in it, so like making that variance even worse does not sound ideal. You should force your opponent to have a winning card when you can't beat them when you're losing either way. So you should, generally speaking, you want to make them have it when you don't have the option to play around it. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, hey. Well, I think we've died. We're in danger. Yep. They're helping our game plan. Kinda. Who wants to put money on their goldfish being a little bit better than our goldfish? Seems great against them. Man, people have wildly different definitions of seems great compared to me. Your definition, Twitch chat, of great and my definition of great are not close to the same. Yeah, that first game took 30 minutes. I'm just gonna go to the third match. We basically start at 8 life versus them. Yeah, without a bunch of Leyline of the Voids on top of our surgicals, you're just like gonna have a real bad time. Probably don't have time to get to 5 matches anyways, so let's just skip the one. Yeah, it's kind of like playing Burn versus Death Shadow, only the mill deck can't save its stuff up to, like, blow one big load. So, like, Burn actually tends to be really close versus Death Shadow if you're playing the Burn deck well, because you just, like, hit your land drops, and, like, once they put themselves low enough to play threats, you blast off a whole bunch of at once and kill them. But this deck doesn't really, this archetype doesn't really have the tools to make that happen. I guess this Field of Ruin is like the world's slowest evolving wilds for a black source. Can't say I've seen a mono blue Ponzalist. I'm excited to die on turn 3. Is anybody else excited to die on turn 3? I know I am. Whoa, they don't have a Devoted Druid. That's so busted. Kind of surprised they attacked us for 2. Set Adrift, eh? So I can set adrift this and then snap push the druid. And that gets milled past. And now this Visions from Beyond is almost a draw. Almost a draw 3. My opponent has decided they don't want to play Magic anymore. Crypt Incursion is not particularly good here. Ensnaring Bridge is not particularly good. Damnation and Explosive seems fine. Honestly, Inquisition sounds pretty good. Plague Engineer on... Is it Plague Engineer on Human kills Vizier? Keeps them from comboing us, so that seems nice. Oh, yeah, that's true, too. The Mesmeric Orb. Mesmeric Orb is like a natural predator to Devoted Druid. Nice deck. Good clean live-in. Cleric is strictly better because of Giver. There you go. Look at that. The next level. Okay, sure. Yeah, that incredibly unfair Twitch advantage. Chat's just giving it up. Oh. Well, I was going to Scheming Symmetry. Then I drew Modern Staple Mesmeric Orb. And I decided that that was the card I would rather put into play. Battle of the O2s, chat. Battle of the O2s. So it doesn't matter that they deck out here. Because, Walking Bliss is going to kill us this turn. Listen, you're going to die on turn 3 very frequently in this format. You gotta just accept that. Comes with the territory. Gosh, if just like this was a land. Am I keeping this? They're like gonna go. They're gonna go like mother stepmom into druid. We're gonna die. Yeah, there's like bad blue black control with this hand. Don't give her. Ugh. Alright, Orb is actually good here because Orb's gonna fill up our graveyard, which lets us cast the Set Adrift easier. Nah, I think with the London Mulligan, our average 6 is better, Burgle. Sir Teaglesworth. Sir Teaglesworth. Hey, what are you doing over there? Veil of Summer. Man, that's rude. I don't think I can ever win the game, huh? I feel like I'm dead here. I feel like we're just like gonna get attacked for like 3 to 4 every turn here and die. That sweet Manic Scribe value. that sick milieu for 6 value. I don't know what half these modern staples do. They're very powerful cards, okay? All right, 16 cards in their bin. 17 cards in their bin. 18, 19 cards in their bin next turn. When we get to 20, we get to draw 3 with this. It's a very good draw. This actually might let us race them, which is pretty absurd. They can't Finale of Devastation because Sir Teaglesworth is advising them against such action. So their hand is Finale of Devastation, Veil of Summer, and then 3 cards I don't know. They currently have 24 cards in their deck. Every spell they cast gets them closer to death. Every day, every turn, they die a little more. Huh? Huh? Wow, they just let that happen. My opponents conceded the game. Scoreboard. How we doing, folks? Welcome. Sometimes, you know, you just get away with one. If you're a new viewer, welcome. My name is Chef Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, sometimes even 50 hours a week. We do a couple of modern leagues here on Magic Online every morning, and then we roll on into some standard on Magic Arena in the late morning / early afternoon. As always, I'd love to give a shout out to my wonderful subs. I wouldn't be here day in and out without their support, so thanks to all of them for keeping me employed. I'd also like to plug a couple of my wonderful sponsors here really quick. The Vitamin String Quartet creates unique instrumental string arrangements of everything from Zelda to Zeppelin, and they would love to underscore your next gaming session. You can find them streaming now on services such as Spotify and Apple Music. InkedGaming.com will love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mousepads, binders, and bags with them. You can upload your own custom artwork or choose from the wide range of artwork they already have on their website, such as my own Hoaglandia branded merchandise. CoolStuffInc.com buy and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles using promo code Jeff5. You can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and other TCG cards there with them. And, of course,
don't make your life garbage time. Join us in Hoaglandia today by subscribing to Jeff Hoagland with Twitch Prime today.
I did concede a match to Dredge, so we're 1-2 in this league. I think there's a good chance we could have beaten Storm with better play, though. Sure. Jose with the 420. Thanks for the tip. Here's a little bit of Cali 420 for you. Free us plebs. Love the content. Keep it going. Free the plebs. Have a little bit of open chat, plebs. Look at that. Somebody gave me some dollars. You can all talk for a little while. I'm not saying that it's a permanent thing, but for a little bit. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Dobby is free. Gotta dodge the swords. I think things are about to get a little silly in chat. Smallpox. Yikes. Oh, wait, they're about to search their deck, huh? They're about to search their deck with this Flagstones at Trilcare. Nether Spirit. Making me feel things, opponent. Man, I'm gonna turn it back onto the normal mode. It took less than 2 minutes for someone to poke their head in and say, "I hate you as a person." Look at that. Can you imagine how miserable people's lives have to be like sitting in a Twitch chat and have that being something you want to spew towards another human being? Y'all must have really terrible lives that, like, that's what you're sitting around waiting to do. It's gonna be a big yikes from me, dog. Thanks, Snookums. Thanks for the 6 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I assume the hate me as a person comment is in large part related to my displeasure with the orange bigot in the White House. That's usually what those comments are focused towards. They're people who dislike my dislike of the orange bigot in the White House. I mean, they're probably watching the stream because I'm good at what I do. All right, do I want to surgical anything else here before I trap them? There's nothing in here really useful to surgical. So let's trap them. I guess I technically missed milling a card there, huh? I should have let them untap with the Urborg first. Yeah, exactly, Wekig. When the rednecks complain that football players kneel. Are there a lot of Trumpkins in your geographical area? My Senate district, or my House district, has a Republican representative that won with 63% of the vote in 2018. That's one of the downsides of being surrounded by cornfields. There tend to be a lot of people in them that are about as smart as corn. Are you in the same district as Champagne? I don't know. I actually had my district map up on stream the other day and we were talking about it. Believe it or not, my district is incredibly gerrymandered. So, like, I live on, like, the outskirts, kind of Bloomington Normal. And the district that I'm in is, it excludes the bulk of, the Normal, which is where the university is. And it also excludes Peoria, which is the next major city near us. I forget if it sweeps down far enough to hit Camp Champagne. I think I'm District 18. 18 sounds right. I think Darren is my representative's name, if I recall correctly. Thanks for the 15 months, Dougie. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Thanks for the 100 biddies. Fish lamp clock. Yeah, LaHood. That's my representative's name. So, here's an interesting thought. I feel like I'm supposed to surgical something that could be a 4 of, because they're gonna mill 5. I know, then they're gonna draw, and then no, we should be good, right? Do I want to mill something that could kill me? I should mill I should surgical Sorin Solemn Visitor, right? Because this is basically surprise damage. I can't go back. Let me back in. Thanks, Sing. I appreciate the 2 months. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here this month with that. Just in case that person that I banned was rude and came in here and decided to let me know that they dislike me. On an average day like today, that doesn't really get to me. But like every content creator that exists, I'm human and they have getting ally of Zendikar, so that's lethal if they rip that. Okay. And on days when I'm not having a not so good day, where I'm like, feeling, extra sad or like had extra crap happen in real life, it's like a lot of comments like that can put content creators and just people in general into a very bad place. So basically, listen to your mother, and if you don't have anything nice to say, shut the fuck up. Don't be a hateful turd. Irvik, thanks for the 3/4 VR. I appreciate that. Welcome back. No, someone sent in a donation and I turned off sub-only mode for half a second. And in the like sub 2 minutes we were out of sub-only mode. Someone was a turd, which is just a friendly reminder as to why we're in sub-only mode. Because it's incredibly net positive for my mental well-being. Because regardless of how much of an adult I am or whatnot, reading constant vitriol spewed in your general direction has a mental impact on people. Puts you in a not good spot. They don't have many creatures, so Crypt Incursion seems pretty bad here. Plague Engineer seems good for wiping out Lingering Souls tokens. Explosives for the same reason. Set Adrift clears Planeswalkers, so that seems good. Echoing Truth counters Lingering Souls. I'm gonna trim the extra peep. One of my first gigs was working phones. People don't realize how the negativity they spew can stay with you all day. Yeah, I agree, Ten. I agree. And for a long time, like, when the chat was open and we moderated aggressively and just removed comments and people like that, I didn't think that it got to me, but I was definitely wrong. Those reading a constant barrage of comments like that, several per day, sometimes a lot more than that, definitely got to me. Did I just click mulligan by mistake? We were talking, I clicked mulligan by mistake, and this hand's not keepable. That's sad. First hand was keepable. I clicked mulligan by mistake. We have the Oboro land because the Oboro land, what was I gonna say? The Oboro land can bounce every turn to keep triggering your crabs. We had another $1 tip from Jose. Here's $1 for living in the Midwest. I did 4 years in Peoria. Which do you find more exciting, corn or soy? They rotate the field. The field behind my house is corn right now. So I assume it'll be soy next turn. Or next turn, next year. I didn't keep the extra trap on the off chance my opponent didn't have a fetch land. I think I'm gonna hold up Negate this turn because they have like Liliana of the Veil in their deck, and I'd rather that didn't resolve this turn. Turn 1 corn, turn 2 soy. Yeah, exactly. We had a brand new sub in there too. Carnage Asada. Thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month. Taking advantage of that half off September discount. How do I bump a list in the queue? Is donation? Yep, any way you want to send me dollary dues. Yeah, donation, bits, gifted subs, whatever is easiest and most convenient for you. You just attach a message with however you're sending dollars to let me know what it's for. Hey, look at that. It's a card we were playing around. They are, unfortunately, being smart and using Urborg with this March Flash, which this is why I had, this is why I got rid of the second trap earlier.
Daddy, how are you, please?
What are you looking for, bud?
Right, oh.
They're out here. He just wanted to give you a hug.
Aww. You got a Lego? I love you, buddy. You feeling better? Jake came home sick from school on Tuesday, and he still wasn't feeling better this morning. Their hair is very poofy. Go ahead and glimpse here. Yeah, Field of Ruin would be good. The Tutor would be good. Can I bump up Modern Devoted Druid Blade just 1 slot so you play it second tomorrow? Yeah, you'd want... So, as a heads up, I'm planning to play the Legacy deck first tomorrow. So, Neo Shulbrand's gonna be first up tomorrow morning. As an FYI. Yeah, you want to put it to the top of the modern queue to get whatever it is in second tomorrow. Inquisition. Well, we'll kill your fairy rogues in response and then show you my cards. We got mana tethered, chat. They're coming for our mana. Oh, that's true. Slacker donated for Ponza. Yeah, but remember the queue isn't 100% live. As a heads up. What in the 1-2 bracket are we looking at here? Apt question, Burgle. Ooh, do they have a Liliana to take one of these cards out of our hand? Right. It's an orb. It's a pretty good one. Mills a lot. Yeah, I don't accept decks like Devoted Druid and Urza constantly, but they're both good decks in the format right now, so I'm going to take them on occasion. It's been a hot second since we've played Urza, so I'm taking it again. Seasoned Pyromancer, A+ username. Thanks for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month and keeping me around. So if we hit a 5th land, we can just, like, cast Archive Trap. We hit Field of Ruin or... If we hit Field of Ruin or Scheming Symmetry, we should be able to win this race here. I don't know what the Ponza is going to be at offhand. Fish Lamp Clock. If you want, you can send me a DM and I can let you know after I'm done streaming today. That's a little unfortunate. Where did they sacrifice an untapped land? So, Engineered Explosives, one of the better draws in our deck here. Anything to make them search is also decent. Oh, punt. Should have. Yeah, I guess I should play this first, huh? Because of cards like this. That's unfortunate. Not being able to draw 3 cards here is huge. Do we have a way out of this? Yeah, I have things that kill their tokens. Do we? Do we have a way out of this, they say? Obs, we have a way out of this. I just want to say I got hit pretty hard in the Pox Train hype timeout. Were you a casualty, Mano? I apologize for the mods. Something skill game. So like we're 2-2 now. Dredge, this deck doesn't have a good sideboard for Dredge, so we just skipped over that one. And I punted to Storm, so like the deck would be 3-1 right now, even with the concession. We had played slightly better. We'd also have different matchups though, so like if I'd have beaten Storm in the first one, we'd have different matchups. Do you have a favorite 3-color combination in MTG? Yeah, like every peak casual, Teamer is my favorite 3-color combination. Hey, Mordix. Thanks for the entire year of support. Welcome back. Happy Thursday. Listen, Savage Knuckleblade and I go way back, okay? I've top baited a lot of tournaments with Savage Knuckleblade. He's my boy. Whew! Not Bogles. Every time someone plays a green-white land, I like clench waiting for the Bogle to be cast. This man has played a lot of quarterfinal matchups with Savage Knuckleblade. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? What land do I want to play on 1 here? So, if I play Drowned Catacombs on 1, I could Hedron Crab plus Flooded Strand on 2. I think that's the line. It's a little bit slow, so like, I could fetch Island and play this, and then go like Drowned Catacomb this on 2. But that loses me value on the Flooded Strand, because the Flooded Strand gets to mill extra with the Hedron Crab. Yeah, I really hope Knuckleblade gets printed into Historic. Maybe it doesn't belong there, because it wouldn't be playable there either, but... You know, you never know. Yeah, looks like they're playing green-white Squidbillies. Winning Thought Not Seared or Karn the Great Creator. Yep. So... Oh, that's a Witchbane Orb. Alright, so let's do this, and then I think we Scheming Symmetry here. Take Mesmeric in case they try and lock us. That's an interesting idea. That's probably a good idea. I like that. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. You may choose a non-land card from your opponent's hand. If you do, that opponent exiles that card. If a non-black card is exiled this way, exile a card from your hand. I don't think this card is very good. This sounds like a fine sideboard card, but like 2 for 1ing yourself to Thoughtseize them is like not particularly compelling. So I assume this is going to get the lattice. Can we Adrift and then Scribe? We cannot. Yep, there's the lattice. So... Well, we stacked Mesmeric Orb on top of our deck. I think we want to just do that because this mills them 4, and then it mills them a minimum of 6 next turn. Just want you to know, I came in here today early because I had a few song lyrics stuck in my head. Odd as that may sound. Worse than that, it's not even the original lyrics. It's you singing "Pump Up the Wump Up the Pump Up the Jam." I just want you to know it's pump up the wump up the bump up the jam. They're all different words, okay? I am a poet. This is art, and I am a poet. A scholar and a poet. Please, Reality Smasher me. Yes. Yes, Smasher me, daddy. Smash me, daddy, yeah. Yeah, it's just how I like it. You smash me just how I like it. So, do we just Ensnaring Bridge? Or do we... I could Set Adrift plus Manic Scribe here, which is kind of appealing, right? I probably can't lose if I bridge, though, huh? I think I just want to bridge. Alright, so they mill 6. This puts them down to 18 cards. They draw to 17. Even if they draw a land to get the lattice down, that puts them to... That's going to put them to 11 cards. Yeah, I mean, I can lose either way, though, right, Burgle? I don't know that I have a clear route to victory regardless. I think bridges, yeah, we can lose, but I feel like it's the best line. And if they don't lattice, if they lattice us, they're probably still losing. And if they don't lattice us, we're gonna slaughter them here. Like, if they don't lattice us, we get to Set Adrift the Witchbane Orb and then Manic Scribe them. Sure. So, I can no longer cast spells. My lands are unable to make mana. I actually like both the standard decks we're playing today. I like me some good aggressive decks. Hey, thanks for the very generous tier 2 resub, Isubus. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. So, like, their hope here is this, that I get stuck with cards in my hand that then allow them to attack through the Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, they have to wait till we have cards in hand. They have 9 cards in their deck. Yeah, so we're definitely not free and clear here. Resolves. Drawing a land here is really good, because it means the Reality Smasher can't attack for another turn. So, like, now they go to 3 cards in their deck, and then they draw to 2 cards in their deck. I'm accepting build-arounds for the new set now. I'll be accepting specific deck lists for the new set once the full spoiler goes. But I'm accepting build-around submissions for cards now. So let's see if they see the line to Karn my orb and then Walking Ballista kill the orb. They missed it. I need to draw land here. I think we're dead now, right? Because they draw a card. They have 2 cards in their deck. So this is their last turn. Why did they just shoot me? I'm so confused. Why did they do that? Because they didn't want it to. Oh, I guess they get 2 attacks with Reality Smasher now. I guess, but like I'm at 11, right? And they only get 2 attacks. So like I was dead to a land there. Because they could have played a land, pumped Ballista up twice, attacked for 10, and then shot me 5 times. Yeah, I feel like if we win this game, our opponent... If we win this game, we definitely, like, got one over. This was definitely our opponent's game to lose. It looks like they might be losing it. They're drawing a card, okay. I'll give this deck this. I don't think this mill deck is it's okay. It's not good. But like it plays some weird games of Magic. It plays some weird games of Magic. And I get that like our opponent like punted the ball here, but still. Yeah, with better lines, we definitely lose that game on the opponent's end. I'll take my extra dollars though. I need my Moto bucks, chat. I just had to sell treasure chests. It's a hard knock life. Do I want Fatal Push in this matchup? Probably not. Probably kills Thought Not Seer. Yeah, it kills a lot of other stuff. Oh, I need 2 cuts here like this. What are my trims? Oh, what are my trims? Probably trim Visions from Beyond if this is an Ensnaring Bridge matchup. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's split the difference actually. Cutting a trap seems fine. Cuz they don't have that many fetches. Alright, let's see if we can steal another one, shall we? I've not had any connectivity issues on Arena, but I also haven't played a ton since the last update. So we're gonna be pivoting over to Arena for the rest of the stream today after this match. And connectivity issues definitely be like a regional thing too, right? So I'd believe that some people are having them and others aren't. Remember that time we had a DNS issue and just entire regions couldn't connect? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Oh, they have Stoneforge Mystic too? Yeah, boarding my traps out is probably dumb. Hope you feel better, hostage. That's a rude one. Yeah, this is game 2. We stole game 1. Yeah, if we manage to lose this game, we can board them back in for sure. Yeah, game 1 was actual highway robbery. Would not be surprised if the police knock on my door. Huh, that's a crab. Do I want to give them a sword trigger? I think I do if it means getting crab down. Because, like, if I don't do, like, if I play my land and wipe away this turn instead of the crab, I miss milling 6 with the crab, which is, like, that's a lot of mills to miss. Like, them drawing a card technically fuels our goal, right? Like, an actually sort of way. Drawing the second Crypt Incursion kind of sucks. We've got 1, 2, 3 creatures in their bin now. So we have a gain 9. Yep. Added 2 more for a gain 15. Yeah, I assume they're going to kill the crab with the trigger too. Really? Okay. That's an interesting decision. I guess they just want to race me. That makes sense to a degree too. Okay. All right, so we're going to 12 here, but they're milling 5 next turn. We'd like to draw a land so we can glimpse plus wipe away, ideally. Alright, I think I'm just gonna wipe away here. I want to say that I appreciate you openly talking about politics, even though I don't always agree with you. I would give a limb for Bernie to be president, lol. I'd be pretty happy with any of the progressives. I don't know. I feel like one big thing this like most recent election cycle has happened is that like there's a big Trump and the GOP in general have pulled so far to the right that like a lot of people have used this bad narrative of like, well, y'all just like disagree, y'all just hate anybody who disagrees with you. And it's like, no, I can disagree with someone and like still understand that like they're coming from a place where that the things they believe, even though they're different than what I want, they're not terrible things. Whereas, like, you know, the things that have happened recently, they're just way far over the line from what should be normal and acceptable. Like, I'd prefer if Joe Biden wasn't president. But he would not be my first choice, but it'd still be kind of okay. I don't hate people who vote for Joe Biden. Oh, did they? Wait, how's the trap online? Did I miss something? No, Karn searched from their sideboard. Alright, so they're dead next turn. Because I've got double glimpse. So I would like to gain infinite now, please. One health point, please. There is a debate tonight. If you could call it that. There is a series of theatrics through which the people on the stage will be trying to pull sound bites out of the people talking. And whether or not those sound bites are positive or negative will be determined by whether or not the news station that's hosting the debate likes the candidate. Hey, thanks for the 3 months, Ninja Killer. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Honestly, I would be surprised if this isn't a good matchup. Like their deck's not super interactive, and it doesn't put a reasonable clock on us. Yeah, their deck's too slow. It's for the 10 months box of shoes. I appreciate that. Welcome. Yeah. I did see that at Ninja Turtle Jr. It's definitely something. I would not mind if Yang got the nomination. It doesn't surprise me that Twitch chat is a place where there's a lot of people who support Yang. That's like his target demographic for the most part, I feel like. Anywho, to wrap on this one, I would cut a card, probably like a Snapcaster Mage or an Extra Pate to get down to 60. If you want to beat Dredge, you could change the sideboard to beat Dredge. I think this Yixlid Jailer is kind of silly. I think this 2 the Slaughter's probably kind of silly. Honestly, I might just play Ley Lines just because, like, this deck's pretty bad against graveyard decks since you're filling up their sideboard anyways. On the core, I think this archetype is fine. I think Plague Engineer is kind of a sweet addition because it's just good against a variety of things. You can see lots of different iterations of Mill played on my website. I think I'm going to make a note to add some Scheming Symmetry to the list on my website, though, because Scheming Symmetry was really good. And this deck's pretty good at clearing the top card of their deck after they do this. Yeah, I agree, Nom Carver. In fact, one of the reasons why I really like Pete and Yang are 2 of the people I've given money to. I like Pete because Pete's a really good public speaker. I feel like he can connect to people, and I feel like Pete's someone who can energize people who otherwise don't vote to actually vote. Pete's honestly probably one of the best public speakers I've ever seen. He's very good at it. And he's very calm and intelligible, which calm and intelligible is like very different than what we have right now, and it would be a pleasant different, in my opinion. All right, let's roll into some standard here, shall we? Yeah, I gave donations to Pete, Warren, and Yang. I didn't say Pete was exciting. I said he's good at speaking. He's good at presenting his message in a clear way that people can connect to and understand. Pete is very good at presenting what are progressive ideas in a way that makes them sound appealing to people who have otherwise been brainwashed. In my opinion. Yeah, Warren is pretty good at that also. Would not mind a Warren nomination. I do think that Warren is pretty uniquely qualified for the current financial situation of our country based on her background and education, which is a big plus for me. HG Lock, thanks for the 5 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I think Medicare for all who want it is kind of a reasonable stance to have, because I think many want it and it would be successful. Thanks, Codman. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Thanks to the brand new Prime Sport. Yeah, I agree. I think a decent Medicare for All program will kill private insurance anyway, because they won't be able to adapt and stay profitable. So, like, if you just leave that option available to people so they feel like they aren't being forced into something, they'll eventually make the decision that's best for them. Yep. All right. What are we doing? Let's update the Stream Decker. Let's post on Discord that we're starting standard, and we'll dive on in. Thanks for the 16 months, Barbaric. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday wherever you're at in the world. His support for abortion up until birth. So abortion's a really touchy topic, but saying it like that is, there are a lot of really bad faith positions surrounding the discussion of abortion, and I'm not going to get into them here because no matter what I say, it's going to end up unpleasant. I've talked about my positions on that before, and it pisses people off regardless, but I will time people out who misrepresent other people's positions on things like that. At the end of the day, I'm going to give my position. At the end of the day, doctors should be making the decisions, not politicians, probably. Doctors and the people whose body those decisions concern. And my other, I'm a liar. My full position on it is anybody who says they're pro-life, but also doesn't want to give those children pre-K care and doesn't want to make sure those kids are fed and make sure those kids have health insurance, fuck them, because they're hypocrites. Don't tell me, don't just be pro-birth. You want to tell me you want those kids born, you better fucking take care of them from now until they don't need it anymore. You want people to be born? Alright, great, take care of them. The goal of our society should be to improve our society to a point where nobody feels like abortion is an option they need to have. That should be the goal. And doing that includes giving people health insurance and giving people the ability to, like, have childcare for their kids. Before my oldest started kindergarten, my wife and I were paying over 20 grand a year for daycare for our 2 kids, and we're incredibly privileged to be able to afford that. And a lot of people can't do that. That's not a realistic thing that people can afford. That's like more than what most people make in a year. Than many people make in a year. Alright, let's play some Magic.